What's up, Naruto fans? It's Chris here. I'm going to review this week's chapter. I didn't review last week's chapter for two reasons. One, I didn't really have time. The second reason was I didn't really enjoy it. I'll be completely honest with you. I honestly thought Naruto, well, he did kind of succeed in this chapter, you know, in converting Obito, but the whole chapter really it didn't sit well with me. And if I was to be 100% honest with you guys, I didn't enjoy it. Because, you know, I would rather Obito be a character who was 100% sure of what he was doing and, you know, continue to be the bad guy. I mean, yes, there's room for him to have the redemption, but I just... My big issue with the whole chapter was Obito's character. Bearing in mind, you know, I was, you know, warming up to him a few chapters ago, you know, based on everything that's happened with him. We got that flashback and stuff of him wanting to be Hokage, but in the grand scheme of things, his overall... his whole reasons for, you know, starting this war, I still think it's a little bit stupid and kind of pedophilic. It's I mean, this chapter kind of illustrates that point as well as the last chapter, where this fixation on Rin, you know, a 12-year-old girl that died how many years ago. Why is she the motivation for you? I know, yeah, he didn't have any family. You know, he was alone. She was the only person that he apparently connected with, which is an obvious lie, because, you know, he had the fourth, he had Kakashi. Though the connection weren't as strong as it was with Rin, he had people to support him. He had friends that cared. I mean, for God's sake, by the end of, you know, the Battle of the Bridge, basically, that, you know, the arc with the Kakashi Garden arc, him and Kakashi, they became friends. You know what I mean? They formed a bond, basically, an understanding. And, you know, just because Rin died, he went, you know, completely the other direction, you know, starting World War IV, like, for a little girl. And, you know what I mean, I guess I wouldn't be so upset here if, you know, he wasn't going on and on about Rin. I mean, yeah, let Rin be one reason for you to, you know, start the war, but then it has to be more. It can't just be, oh, Rin died, now I hate everything, I'm going to destroy the whole world, I'm going to kill my sensei, I'm going to try to kill my sensei's wife and child because Rin died. The fourth had nothing to do with any of this, but I think the character of Obito needed more justification for why he did what he did, because as it stands right now, he looks stupid. I'm sorry if you're an Obito fan, he looks stupid. He's a grown man crying over a 12-year-old girl. He needs to grow the fuck up and move on. But I mean, I'm happy that it's over now, you know. I had a little mini rant there, sorry guys. I'm happy it's over now, and we can move forward to the real villain who has real reasons to cause trouble, basically. I mean, Madara spent a lifetime through war. His brother was murdered in front, well, I don't know if he's murdered in front of him, but yeah, his brother was killed. You know, he was practically betrayed by his whole clan. You know, I mean, it was like some semi-racism going on with the second Hokage, and, you know, which kind of, I mean, that's the whole reason why everyone kind of turned their back on him in the first place. So basically, he was just completely abandoned by everyone. So I mean, that alone, plus you know, the lifetime of war as well, that's going to scar him somehow. I mean, his dad was a prick as well, so he has more reason and justification for what he's doing. Whereas Obito, you know, that little boulder that fell on him and, you know, Rin dying isn't enough to cause the war. So, wow, I'm already like 3 minutes into the video. I haven't even discussed the chapter yet, but sorry. So, the chapter. So basically, from last week's chapter, you know, Naruto's trying to talk down Obito, you know, give him the talk no jutsu, in hopes of him, you know, converting, and, you know, basically just giving up the control of the Jubi. Now, Naruto isn't stupid. He's not going to say, oh, come back to the good side and we can be friends. No, he's basically saying, do the right thing and accept your punishment. So, which is smart. I mean, he's showing how much Naruto has grown as a character. He's not doing something stupid as to let Obito get away. He's saying, you know, he's basically saying surrender and, you know, accept your punishment. That be it, you know, imprisonment or death. I mean, I'm more leaning towards death because this guy's killed a lot of people, and, you know, he killed fucking Neji. That's one of my favorite characters. He has to die. But as it stands right now, I don't think he's gonna die by Naruto's hands. I think it might be Madara's hands or possibly Sasuke, because Sasuke doesn't like to play by the rules. You know, he might just cut him down, or Madara's gonna cut him down. That's what I'm thinking right now. So yeah, Naruto is still continuing to give him the total jutsu, and then he bitch slaps his. He extends his hand out in order to say accept my offer. And Obito basically, after thinking for a little bit, he's like, I'm not going to. And that actually made me happy. I'm like, yes, he's not going to be, he's not going to be converted so easily. I mean, give him more backbone for what it's worth. And then he basically starts choking Naruto. And Naruto basically bitch slaps him and says, listen, you might think that you believe what you're doing is right and you're completely backing it, but stop picturing yourself as Hokage if you actually believe what you believe. And then that kind of throws them into another flashback now where I don't even know if it's a flashback or an illusion. It can't be a flashback because Naruto was there. So it wasn't really a flashback. It was just kind of, I don't know, Genjutsu? What the fuck was it? I don't know what it was. But we see Kakashi and the fourth, and we see Rin basically. And then we see the real, his real team, the real Kakashi, the real Rin. And we see, what I'm assuming is what would happen if the Moon's Eyes plan succeeded. There's fake versions of them basically. It's just Obito making them what he wants them to be. He wants Rin to give him undivided attention. He wants maybe the fourth to constantly praise him, and Kakashi just to be his bitch. That's the illusion that he wants to create. And then we have the reality, and then Naruto's basically saying the real Rin wouldn't want you as you are right now. So don't accept anything. It's just that's basically what he's saying. The real Rin wouldn't accept him as he is right now. So the illusion isn't really good enough, and he's basically saying be Obito Uchiha, the boy, the man that she actually respected and wanted to follow, support, whatever the original plan was. And I think maybe that distracted Obito, because while this was all fucking going on, they actually pulled out the bijus outside of him, and then that actually made Obito lose his Ten Tails form. So he had these patterns on his face that all basically started to peel. I don't know what they were, but they're basically peeling off now. And he still has his white hair though. It would be kind of weird to see his hair go back black, but he still has his white hair. His scars are back now, and then he basically just dropped to the floor. And the bijus are free. As it stands right now, I don't know what's going to happen to them. Is Madara going to come and somehow suck them all up again and become the new Ten Tails Jinchuriki? I believe that's highly unlikely. I'm actually interested to see what's going to happen to the Tail of the Beast now, because it's going to be really fucking funny if they're just going to left to roam free and do what the fuck they want. Because I really doubt most of them want to go back to their respective villages, because they were basically treated like shit and monsters. So that's cool, interesting. Not sure if they're going to get new Jinchurikis or they're just going to remain free. So that's, if you guys have a speculation or something, if this is going to happen, let me know below. But yeah, that was the chapter. This ends with Obito thinking, this ends with this. I think it ended quite nice with what Kakashi said. He's basically saying, no matter how much how realistic your illusion is, it's not enough to fill the hole in your heart. What has to fill that is the people around you. So he might think, if me creating this fantasy world is enough to make me stop hurting, but you need to rely on others, and others to help you, relieve that pain and support you. So I'm pretty sure he gets the message now, because he gets ass kicked by everyone. So going solo isn't always the best thing to do. that's the more of the chapter, I'm guessing. And yeah, so it ended. I'm just happy that Obito's arc is basically wrapping up. He's not a threat anymore. He's definitely not a threat anymore without the Ten Tails, sorry. So yeah, he's basically done. Now we just have to worry about Madara, and then find out what he's gonna do. But yeah, guys, that's sorry for such a long video. I had a little mini rant in the beginning. But if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more. Take care.